So my name's Elliott Wood. My role here is the first line technical lead. So I'm in charge of the apprenticeship scheme here, as well as doing a lot of the training and development for the wider team in our service department. Currently, we've got 10 apprentices on programme with multiple who have passed. Recently, we've had 2 that have just gone as full-time roles with us. So I actually started as an apprentice myself about 9.5 years ago now at Utilize. When I first joined, obviously I joined as an apprentice to the business. I was the second apprentice we ever hired. I felt the business being told from the other people who work with us, they said that the thing that the apprenticeship really is getting young talent in and kind of moulding them into the sort of engineers and stuff we kind of want them to be, and also fostering the talent in the community as well. Back then we were in Romford, so we were getting younger talent in from there. And then as we moved to Basildon, obviously we moved to you guys as well. So yeah, we've been doing really well with the guys that you've hired us. And yeah, a big thing for us is the community aspect. So giving back to the community, helping at schools nearby. So I think an apprenticeship scheme is great in terms of that. And then for us, it's great because we get young talent coming to the business. We can teach them what they need to know for us to be the best engineers they can. And then the idea is that we can then fill them into full-time role with us rather than having to hire externally and then teach that person who might have the technical skills already all of our internal processes, because the internal processes we can drill into the apprentices when they join us, and then we can also do the technical training, which is a big thing for us. So the impact for the apprenticeship programme for us, it's been a massive benefit. From a monetary value, the actual cost of recruitment is very high and using recruiters and stuff like that. So a big thing for a revenue perspective is it's great to get the apprentices in, because obviously it's help with government funding and stuff like that, and the young talent as well. We can get them into a role and it's basically free for us to promote internally. We're really big on promotion internally here. We've had apprentices all going into different wakes of life now with us. So yeah, and obviously the main thing as well with the apprenticeship team is how successful they are. You guys bring in some amazing talent through Just IT. We've had previous apprentices who have won awards with us. Just recently, one of our apprentices won an Outstanding Achievement Award. So yeah, it's kind of the people you bring in is the biggest kind of achievement for us, because they're always brilliant. So yeah.
Well, I was finishing college and kind of realised I didn't actually want to do what I was doing. So I just thought it was a good way to have a career change, but also get paid for it.
I was homeless when I applied, and essentially I was looking for a job that had career aspects to it, and obviously looking at Utilize and the Just IT side, it meant that I could actually work my way up through a career ladder and I could progress, and it was really important to me that I wasn't stuck in a dead-end job. I wanted to move to a company that had so much growth and potential around it. And obviously with Utilize, they're constantly growing. Just IT offers the apprenticeship, and obviously I've even looked into the further ones that you offer, and that's something that I consider continuing to do, so that I can just continue to learn. I tried university, it just wasn't for me. There was no structure to it. I needed something that was more structured, where I had my meetings in place. I knew I'd be in the same place 9 to 5, I'd be able to do the work. It was all laid out in such a great way that I knew I actually knew what I was working towards.
So for me, I'd say it's more with the thing about just like the work world. One of the main things that all companies want is that experience. So with an apprenticeship, you're not only getting the soft skills of the actual behind the scenes and like the paperwork of learning, you're also getting hands-on experience with dealing with clients, dealing with issues, and just getting an understanding of how a work environment is. So then that's why I went for an apprenticeship, because it's working, you get paid as well, which is always a bonus, and you're not only just learning, you're getting that experience. Like if you get kept on at your company, then you build them relationships as well. So then it's just a win-win with an apprenticeship, in my opinion. There is quite a lot, to be honest, but one of them is probably just being more confident on the phone with customers. So I felt when I first started, I was kind of
panicking that I had to call someone. But there was one of the training programs we had with the apprenticeship. They were kind of just like talking me through how you could talk to customers.
When I obviously first walked through the doors and I was hired, my background was in computer science. I could code, but I did not have a clue what I was to expect being up on a service desk. And the Just IT side is phenomenal with giving the information that I need, and then Utilize is great at giving me the practical outlet to experience it. And the thing is that sometimes the things we learn aren't directly in our job role, but it's great because everyone's so friendly that you can go to someone whose job role it is to deal with that and speak to them and actually ask them how it all plans out. So recently we've been doing disaster recoveries, and I've been able to actually speak to the team who kind of plan them, test them and deal with them, to ask how that is kind of handled. But yeah, it's things like, I had a customer service background in retail, but I had no idea how to apply it to a service desk, and kind of being taught that through Just IT. That's been great to learn, and obviously just learning how things are actually applied in the business. It's great because it's all things that I would never have been able to have figured out if I'd just been put on a service desk. So it's really important that I learn both, and they both go hand in hand with the kind of knowledge side and then the technical side as well.
With me, it's not only, like I said earlier, with understanding the hard skills and like working in the workplace. With the Just IT program, you get all the understanding and more like the coursework side of things. So you get all like the paperwork on how each bit of the like infrastructure basically works. So if that's like with IPs or emails, anything like that, and then you get to put that soft skill to paper and actually use what you've learned from like the workshops and anything like that to a colleague and like a client scenario. So then you're literally trying what you have learned and seeing if you can put that skill to work. And that's what's probably helped me improve the way I do my job the most, because it's okay knowing how to do something physically, but if you don't know the behind the scenes of it, then you won't always be able to replicate that end product. So then if you know both sides of it, you'll know it inside and out, so then you can repeat that product. And if there's been a slightly different issue, because you know how it works, you'll be able to go, okay, it will be this instead of that, for example. So I would say that's probably what's helped me improve the most.
So the support goes both ways. So Paul helps us a lot with obviously the recruitment side of things. So delivering the actual apprentices into the role, does a fantastic talent spotting with all the different apprentices who he brings in some amazing candidates that we obviously interview internally. And then with the actual delivery of the apprenticeship, Just IT are amazing. They have the business coaches that work closely with the apprentices and myself. They're always keeping me up to date on the progress of the apprentices, always empowering the apprentices to do the best they can at all times. Our most recent 2 apprentices just passed with the distinctions as well, which shows how amazing the team are in terms of keep pushing them and the sort of thing, and making sure they're on hand with their work, and making sure that the work-life balance as well with, well, I say work-life balance, the work and Just IT balance with their apprenticeship is matched, so that they're both learning with us and also learning through the apprenticeship scheme. So yeah, Just IT do an amazing job as well with the skills that you guys provide for them. Some of them say often that they touch on the skills that you guys provide in school, but being able to be in a kind of classroom environment over Teams or Zoom and being able to relearn those skills and even develop those skills further with you guys is second to none.
Yeah, I'd recommend them, because someone who might be a bit older, I guess college doesn't seem like as good of an option anymore, because they might have responsibilities money-wise, and I feel like having an apprenticeship helps them pay for what they already need to pay for, but also get the experience in the role as well.
I would 100% recommend apprenticeships to anyone, honestly, because even though I did do nearly 3 years at university, I do not have the real world skills that I have now in just the 5 months that I've been here at Utilize and on the Just IT apprenticeship. I mean, it's great. You walk away without the student loans, you earn as you learn, which is obviously such a positive. It's so much more structured, and I think that that's something I appreciate, that you still feel like an adult because you're in the world of work rather than being in school. And yeah, it's one of them things where you can turn around to your friends and go, it's all right, dinner's on me this time, because I'm actually earning money, I've got a career job, I've got the prospects. And it's great because while you earn this qualification, you can also say, well, on top of that, I've got 16 months experience in apprenticeships. I'd rave about them. I rave about them to anyone and everyone.
For me, of course, yeah, I would recommend anyone a apprenticeship. Why? Just going back to the first question, you get that work experience, that work-life experience, and then the soft skills and actually learning almost like at college. It's the best of both worlds. You're at college to some extent, learning behind the scenes, the coursework, the soft skills, then you actually get to put it into play. Whereas at college, you'll only just get the soft skills, and then you'd have to wait till you finish your college degree or then get a job. So I would say that's why I'd recommend a apprenticeship, because you just get the best of both worlds. You learn everything in your apprenticeship and you get to put everything that you've learned into play. And there's some great companies out there that offer apprenticeships and offer to keep you on once you've passed your apprenticeship. So yeah, that's why I'd recommend an apprenticeship.
So Just IT have worked with Utilize since 2018. I've had the pleasure of being their account manager since 2020. And in the time that I've been working with them, we've had 20 people that have been placed onto the Apprenticeship Programme. And for me, being in here today and seeing some of those faces makes me realise how much fun this job can be. I've seen progression in a number of different ways here. I mean, ultimately, it all starts at that first line side, so being the first point of contact for their end users. And I think the training and the support and the mentoring that they have within Utilize, within Elliott and Mark and the team, gives the kind of foundation and opportunity for the learners to progress in whatever route they really want to. I've seen today a number of people that are kind of in full first line roles. I've seen people that are now on-site engineers. I've seen people in projects. There's so many different routes that the learners can go through, and I think that's testament to Utilize giving them that opportunity and that platform to do it.